Tonight, we celebrate the spirit of Lexington One and our Teachers of the Year who embody this spirit.
I am an agent of change and an educator energized by change. I don't change just for the sake of changing. I do it for my students. I don't know what my students will face in the future, so I don't look to the past for answers. By embracing technology and new models of instruction, such as gradual release, I find the best ways to help my students reach their full potential.
I am a teacher with a calling. I am called to cultivate lifelong learning and to share my excitement and passion for mathematics. I am called to bring new ideas into the classroom. I am called to reflect on a daily basis so that I can constantly improve as an educator. I am called to empower my students with the skills they need to be successful in the workplace.
I am a servant leader. I show my students that the rewards that come from making a difference in the lives of others are priceless. Giving back to your community is simply the right thing to do. In my service to others, I never shy away from hard work, and I demonstrate a strong work ethic. I hope this inspires my students to make sacrifices to help others and to lead with love.
I am a critical thinker, and that makes me a better educator. Teaching is not just about imparting knowledge to students. It is about modeling how I process, synthesize, and apply information in a responsible and meaningful way. I want students to understand that simply being informed is not enough. We have to be wise consumers of information and use it for the greater good.
I'm a scientist working with future inventors, engineers, biologists, and chemists. I empower my students to dream tomorrow's big ideas. I give them opportunities to be curious and wrestle with real scientific problems. I hope they leave my classroom motivated to make a difference in the world by tackling difficult questions.
I am a believer in personalized learning. My classroom is student-centered. Every student in my class is capable of learning. I find the best teaching strategies to help each student take charge of his learning. By focusing on each student as an individual, I identify the most productive ways to help each child succeed in school and life.
I am a teacher of 21st century learners. I have transformed my classroom to reflect my understanding of 21st century learning environments and teaching strategies. I help my students build skills and habits needed for working and living in the 21st century. To help prepare future generations to be successful in life and in work, I must rise to the challenge of shaping our nation's future.
I am a lifelong learner. I never underestimate the influence my own learning has on students. In order to best meet their needs, I invest a lot of time keeping up to date on current research and technology. Through constant learning, I become a more confident, knowledgeable, and dynamic educator. Above all, I hope that my passion for learning inspires my students to become lifelong learners too.
I am a risk taker. I like being on the cutting edge when it comes to new instructional techniques. My students love being the first in the school to try out new technology. Our classrooms must change in order to meet the needs of a new generation of students defined by an ever-changing world. By adapting quickly and competently, I continue to help young people grow academically, emotionally, and responsibly.
I am a recruiter for the education profession. I mentor new teachers and coach student interns. Some of my former teacher cadets now have their own classrooms around the Midlands. I encourage budding educators to believe in themselves, to be flexible with their students, and to be unafraid of trying new strategies. Helping to fill our ranks with dedicated, competent professionals with high expectations for themselves and their students is one of my greatest contributions to education.
I am a proponent of project-based learning. It allows my students and I to innovate and create. Investigating solutions to real-world problems energizes my students. Together, we collaborate and discover, and students expand their role in the classroom. This is how I help my students develop life skills that support learning in years to come and motivate them to contribute to their society.
I am a role model. My goal as a teacher is to serve as a model of tolerance and acceptance. I also demonstrate what it means to always work hard. Regardless of what is going on in my life, I strive to enter my class each and every day and give the students my best efforts. I consider it a privilege to be a positive professional influence on my students.
I am a planner. I anticipate my students' arrival each day to make sure I'm ready to maximize their instructional time. I take great care in preparing my lessons because I've learned the importance of having a well laid out plan. However, I realize that even the best plans can have kinks. That's why I'm always prepared to monitor and adjust in order to keep the focus on student learning.
I am a teacher librarian. Of course, I love sharing great literature. My job, however, involves more than this. I help others find information. Getting answers to questions may seem easy now. In an instant, you can find anything on the internet. But you need the right 21st century strategies to find reliable information. That's why I'm here, to help students, teachers, and parents find and use the information they need.
I am a collaborator. I value the importance of being a team player. My colleagues and I work together to implement new skills and strategies that allow each student to reach his maximum learning potential. My role as a collaborator is to understand that my fellow teachers are one of my greatest resources. The key to strengthening the teaching profession lies in collaboration.
I am an optimist. In my classroom, each day is a fresh start. This helps students benefit all year long from the excitement for learning they feel on the first day of school. A fresh start brings wonderful and exciting opportunities for exploration and learning to the classroom each day. I believe deeply that every child should have a clean slate waiting to be filled with the joy, wonder, passion, and pure excitement learning can bring.
I am a student. Continuing to learn is the best way I can make a difference. Taking courses keeps me enlightened. It also keeps me from forgetting what it's like to be a student. I need to hold on to that feeling so that I can always relate to the young people in my classes. Ultimately, being a teacher means being a student all the time.
I am a creative person. Creativity is sometimes a lost art in teaching and in education. I like to bring it back. My creativity helps me develop ideas for instruction. I look for dynamic ways to engage and challenge students. I want them to develop strong creative and critical thinking skills. I want my creativity to make a difference in their lives.
I'm an educator committed to my students, and I will do whatever it takes to make a difference. If a student needs extra help, I tutor that student after school. If I need to learn how to use new technology so that my students can experience interactive learning, I find a course to take. If a parent needs advice, I listen to their concerns and gladly share my experience and expertise. I do whatever is needed to help students become achievers.
I am a resource for my students. In my classes, students take ownership of their learning, but I'm always there for them. I push my students beyond their comfort zone while giving them the scaffolding they need to be successful. My students learn how to be their own best advocates, able to identify their strengths and to seek out help when they need it.
I am a dreamer with and for my students. I help my students realize the impact education has on fulfilling dreams. I create a classroom environment that encourages children to talk with their parents about their hopes and dreams. Then we all work together to take what we learn in class and connect it to the students' dreams. Together we love what we learn, and by loving what we learn, we fulfill our dreams.
I am a teacher leader. I am energetic and ready to take on any challenge in order to ensure all students receive quality instruction. I constantly seek new information about how students learn and enjoy sharing this knowledge with my fellow teachers. I strive every day to be a teacher leader so that I can positively impact our students, other teachers, and our school as a whole.
I am a catalyst. I improve our profession by constantly improving myself. I persistently ask the hard questions. I consistently reflect upon how to maximize my strengths, how to unveil the strengths of others, and how I can use my strengths to invoke new ideas. I hope that people who cross my path are never the same after our encounter. I strive to always be a change for good.
I am a teacher who cares about students. I strive to be a gentle spirit, always calm, positive, and open. I want every child who walks in my classroom to feel safe and comfortable. I strive to build a bond with each student. By fostering personal connections with students, I give them the support they need to meet high expectations and to achieve their full potential.
I am a leader who leads by example. My students always see me demonstrate a strong work ethic and the utmost professionalism. They witness my passion for teaching and learning in and out of the classroom and for pursuing excellence in all that I do. I believe that inspires them to have a passion for finding their own vision in life and for becoming leaders of our future.
I am a motivator. I try to fuel in my students a desire to succeed in academics. Daily, I remind students of their goals and push them to take ownership of achieving these goals. My students know they can come to me for help at any time. They know I expect the very best from them and believe 100% in their ability to achieve great things.
Ladies and gentlemen, we just heard how these teachers standing on the stage define, embody, and portray the Lexington One spirit in all that they do, every single day when they are in the classroom, and even when they are out of the classroom. That spirit ripples from them and touches their students' lives and the lives of countless others. They mold hearts, they change lives, they expand knowledge, they brighten futures. They live for learning. They live for their students. They live for Lexington One. Please join me in congratulating our 2011-2012 Teachers of the Year.